All right, you know, when people send us mail,
we have to
it goes into a mailbag.
That's right. It's time for mailbag.
Y'all ready for this? Well, I'll go first.
Okay.
Because I never go first at anything, really. Okay. This one's from Evan. Thanks for all the recommendations. Are you just like texting your friends while we're on the show?
I'm looking up my answers. I'm pulling up my answers.
You're like, yeah, sounds fucking cool, Emily.
Yeah, this is great. Real cool.
Thanks for all the recommendations. Deep End and The Cat were some of my favorite discoveries of the year. Oh, awesome. Also love the mention of I Blame Society in the last episode. One of my favorite movies of 2021. Tight. I recently watched Lake Mungo for the first time and was super impressed by it. What blew me away was how scary and tense the movie felt, even though it didn't have traditional scares and it was told in retrospect. It got me thinking about other movies that managed to be truly scary by being quiet and patient. Any recommendations? Also, thought of some all-dog versions of movies. I would love an all-dog vampire movie. Coppola's Dracula would be hilarious. That's true. Also, a Get the Gang Together heist movie like Le Cercle Rouge would be great. The all-dog Ocean's 11 is making me laugh just thinking about the Brad Pitt dog eating in every scene. Thanks, Evan.
Before we get too far from that, my friend Matt, he's like, all-dog version of Alien would be great because at the end of the movie, the dog would have to go save the cat.
Oh, no, he didn't text you that. That's really funny.
I think that was pretty good, too.
God, now I'm just thinking of more all-dog movies every time, you guys. That's all I think about now.
Keep sending us your ideas. No, yeah. It's good. It's good.
So, scary movies that manage to be truly scary by being quiet and patient. Recommendation.
Yeah, like I'm thinking like sort of just slow burn, creepy, atmospheric ones.
I wrote down Mother, Repulsion, The Vanishing.
Oh yeah.
Eyes of Fire. That I watched with Rich recently. That's getting a release probably soon. It's getting released
Blu-ray
on
in that big fucking brick of a box.
Yeah.
Is that from Synapse?
Yes.
Okay.
Somebody's putting it out.
Let's go with that then.
Somebody's putting it out, and it's gonna be cool.
Severin,
yes. Yeah. So those were a few of my picks. What about you?
Under the Skin.
Oh, that's a good one.
We need to talk about Kevin.
Okay, so
which is not technically a horror movie, but it is like a very like
it's horrifying, right?
Creepy drama, and yeah, and there's like not a lot of it, but it's all this sort of unsettling back and forth between the mom and the kid and stuff.
So that's on my famous list of movies that I'm avoiding, even though I know they're good, because I know that they're gonna mess me up emotionally.
Oh yeah.
So that's on there. Maybe I'll get to it someday. I've read the Wikipedia article and I know all about it. I just need to watch it.
It's great. John C. Reilly's in it.
I know.
House of the Devil, which I showed Sophie this year, and Audition, another one that I watched again this year that I hadn't seen in a long time. For most of House of the Devil, it's like literally her walking around this house and you're like, something's fucked up here.
And for most of Audition, it's this guy looking for a girlfriend or a wife, and then the relationship there, which seems pretty normal.
Yeah.
Until you see that scene of her on the phone.
Birth, another one by the same director as Under the Skin.
Birth, a little weirdo.
Because it's about this kid who says like, I'm the reincarnation of your dead husband or whatever, and is he? And it's that kid who Cameron Bright, who was in a bunch of stuff at the time. He was in Running Scared that you just watched.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, I just watched something.
Yeah, I remember you watched Running, which is also great.
And I was like, that Birth kid's in it.
Yeah. And speaking of creepy kids, my last one would be The Innocents, which I think is like the ultimate creepy kid movie, and that's like one of the ultimate scary movies where kind of not a lot happens. For my money, it's of movies from that period, like scary horror movies from that period. It's way better than The Haunting, which I know people love and is a classic, but that's never gotten me. But I watched The Innocents and was like, oh man, this movie's fucking creeping me out.
Speaking of like creepy kids, what about Goodnight Mommy?
Goodnight Mommy's pretty good.
That's a good one, I think.
Yeah. I think those
are some good ones. I think this is going to be one of those questions that like I'm going to continue to think about as I watch things now.
Rich, did you have any?
Don't Look Now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Don't Look Now.
Yes.
Like Midsummer.
Yeah.
you know, for like a newer one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Session 9, that comes up every so often.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that's a fairly slow burn up until
For
the
sure.
ending, which is crazy, but not nearly as crazy as something like House of the Devil, which goes like right to 11.
If anyone else has suggestions.
Akin to your like example of a not really a horror movie, but like a movie with horror elements, The Reflecting Skin.
Okay.
That's been on my list forever.
Yeah, it's real good.
Yeah.
It's from the director of The Passion of Darkly Noon that you talked about
Yeah.
on here.
Same writer.
Thank
also.
you. I just like put my eyes towards the general area, and then Kevin directs them to what I should be looking at. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for writing in, Evan,
Yeah.
and hopefully some of those you'll check out or be reminded of. And then, yeah, if anyone else has any ideas, let us know. And you got one over there?
I got one over here too. I got one from Scott, and Scott says, "Hey, Kevin and Emily, and Rich if he wants to add, and anyone else who might be around." So Rich is the only other one around, so it's gonna just be Rich.
Gonna be him.
Lately, due to the season, I've been in the mood to watch cozy movies that make me feel warm and comfortable. Some examples of my favorite cozy movies are American Movie, The Goonies, and Gerwig's Little Women. I'm curious what some of your favorite cozy films are. Bonus points for dog movies, of course. Stay warm, Scott. We did a segment like a year ago where we talked about like comfort movies.
I think it was around this time, too.
Yeah, it was right around Thanksgiving, I think. And so, I mean, we kind of covered a few there, and I think that's a similar kind of thing, like movie. Not necessarily a movie that last year I talked about one of my favorite movies of all time, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, which I just watched again on
Me too.
Thanksgiving this year, which I watch at least once a year, if not more. That's a go-to. He mentions Little Women on here, which is like a recent one of mine too. And actually, we just did a Patreon podcast on our Suspense is Killing Us. Suspense is Killing Us podcast, the stickers now of Little Women, which is sometimes we pull out those left field ones.
Yeah.
Like which was literally just me and Matt talking for like an hour about which parts make us cry.
And Travis just sleeping quietly in the
Travis, and Travis having no emotional reaction
What the heck?
at all. No, he did.
What are your comfort
movies.
Christmas movies?
Well, Muppet Christmas Carol, which I also talked
Definitely.
about last year.
Yeah.
For sure. I watch that every Christmas.
The two I
Christmas
watch
ones.
every year for Christmas are It's a Wonderful Life and White Christmas.
Okay, I've never seen White Christmas.
I think it's good.
Okay.
I watch it but it's one of those things where you're like, God, I've been watching it so long. Like, is it good? Or am I just-
Yeah, well, probably.
I'm sure it's good. It's great. No, it is. I like it a lot. Comfort movie-wise, last year I talked about Goodfellas,
Yep.
which I love and could put on at any time and just get, wrap myself in a blanket and just like lay on the couch. Ooh, cozy. I wish I had a fireplace in my apartment. You guys know what's something weird? We have a chimney at the top of our duplex. Neither of our units has a fireplace.
Ooh.
For the secret basement apartment.
Oh God.
Not a cozy movie, but something. Speaking of chimneys, a movie I watch most every Christmas is Gremlins.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of stories about things
That
being
movie
stuck in
stresses-
chimneys.
The most stressful part of that movie is when that girl's trying to bartend for all the gremlins.
Yeah.
Why is she trying to bartend for them?
Because it's
Why
funny.
can't she
Because
just
it's funny. Well, maybe they are
She's, like, trying
not
to make-
letting her leave
she's,
or
like,
something.
trying to make
she tries
drinks
to run
still.
away at some point, and they're
I
like,
know,
so
but she's just like actively making them cocktails.
Well, it's not funny if she's not making them drinks.
I know. Okay, so some of my other
Come
comfort
on.
movies: Dirty Dancing,
Okay.
Now and Then, which is Stand by Me for girls. When Harry Met
good.
Sally is ultimate comfort every autumn and into the holiday season because it does culminate with I believe it's a New Year's party. The Holiday, one of my favorite holiday movies. I believe I
Yep.
talked about that last
You
year
did,
too.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I'll talk about it until I'm dead. So check out The Holiday. I mean, and then last year I also talked about I Love Lucy, the show,
Right.
which is the ultimate comfort for me. Not too stoked on the new movie that's
Oof,
happening.
it looks bad, and everything that Aaron Sorkin says regarding it is also bad.
It's like, shut up. He was like, if anyone watches I Love Lucy today, I don't think we'd find it funny.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing making this then?
Yeah, every response to that was like, apparently Aaron Sorkin hasn't watched I Love Lucy.
Aaron Sorkin, if
fucking
you're
idiot.
watching, yeah, I liked Molly's Game, but I will fight you.
One of my left field, comfort movies is Paul Thomas Anderson's Magnolia, actually.
Dude, mine's Boogie Nights.
Like,
So.
I mean, Boogie Nights. Boogie Nights is something that I just like. Is like I can't even consider a comfort movie because I just like it's
Love
just
it
like
so
something I
much.
love, you know. Like but it's not
I
like
don't know.
it's not
Maybe
something
now
I
I can't separate between loving something so
right.
much and then
Where's the
comfort.
line? Well, and like so like Magnolia, I know I've specifically put on has been cathartic for me. I've put on at times when I've been stressed out or something's been like really upsetting to me has happened or like somebody died or something and I'm
Yeah.
like I put it on at like midnight sometimes and I'm just like I'm just gonna watch part of this and then I'm up till 3 a.m. watching Magnolia.
It's that,
But it like
constant soundtrack that happens.
it washes over me and I'm like it makes and it like calms me and I've
snuggle up in the bed just like Julianne Moore's husband.
I've talked to some people about that before, and they think it's weird because it's such a like high-strung movie, and it is about like all these sort of like a lot of these people like miserable people like bumping into through their lives or whatever. But I don't know. I get a great sense of catharsis and comfort in the movie, and I feel like
is it's a weirdly hypnotic energy throughout that movie too. It's not like a jarring, like sharp energy. It's kind of lulls you into all these lives of people. And I think I keep bringing up the like score, but that's like a huge part because it like never goes away. It's like incessant. I don't know. It doesn't like throw you into these lives. You kind of float through the lives of everyone, and it's. I can see that as a comfort movie for sure.
And Royal Tenenbaums. Which is just a seasonal movie for me. And if you ever want to see me cry, just plop me down in front of the scene where Ben Stiller says, "I've had a tough year, Dad. I'm crying now."
Did I tell you one time I got Jim's dog Chico a red Adidas tracksuit? And he looked just.
Do you have a picture of it?
Maybe if I do, we'll throw it up. If I don't, forget
Just
it.
imagine
a tiny Chihuahua wiener dog in a red and white tracksuit that looks like Ben Stiller.
It would look like Ben Stiller. He looks like Ben Stiller. Oh, and Rich, did you have some, Rich? Actually, you probably. Sorry, I forgot.
Searching for Bobby Fischer.
Yeah, that's right. You had that.
This is a movie I love.
Those were your picks last year. Were Searching for Bobby Fischer. Let me see if I can guess the other ones. Master and Commander. I can't remember the third one.
The Hunt for Red October.
Probably Sneakers, for sure.
Sneakers. Oh, Sneakers. Yeah, that's for me too.
And then honestly, the one that is like, the weird one that would be like, that seems less comforting, would be Evil Dead 2. Because it's the only movie that I've seen probably the most of any movie ever since I saw it in the theater when I was like 9. And it was like the movie that made me think that movies are awesome.
Yeah.
I'm like, I agree, movie. Groovy.
What equals comfort to you? And is it just the familiarity?
Is it your experience?
Like,
or the content of the film.
Right. It's mostly I think most of the time it's like your experience with the movie rather than content of the film.
Right. Like Magnolia, Goodfellas,
right.
Evil Dead 2.
I think my other pick last year was Transformers the movie, the cartoon, which is a loud, obnoxious toy commercial, feature-length toy commercial, but for me is like, it sinks into my heart, and I go, oh, good, okay. I feel okay. Everything's okay. Everything's on an even keel because Transformers the movie is on the TV right now. Let me throw one last one in Wayne's World.
Oh, nice.
The original Wayne's World.
Can we throw up a photo of the dog from Wayne's World?
Yes.
Okay. Because it was on
TV
TV the other day, and I haven't seen it in a long time, and that dog came on the screen, and I was impressed. And I texted Kevin about the dog, and he's like, yeah.
It was funny because I've seen that movie like probably 200 times, but it's like...
I just can't believe we've never talked about him or her, the dog.
All right, so thanks for the question,
Yes,
Scott.
Thank you. Okay, we got one more. This is from Troy. Hi, Troy.
Hi, Troy.
I enjoyed Emily's recent Barbara Stanwyck's. This just jumps in. There's no like, hey, it's just, I enjoyed Emily's recent Barbara Stanwyck sidebar. So I appreciate that.
I like it.
I think she asked for stand recommendations. If she didn't, I'm going to share these anyways because they're so awesome. I discovered and really enjoyed 2 artistic, or maybe better to say stylized westerns this year starring Stanwyck as a central strong authority figure. Both were gorgeous to look at and totally ruled. If you haven't seen them, I can't recommend them enough. The first one is 40 Guns, which I haven't seen.
Sam Fuller.
Features some lovely long tracking shots, great black and white cinematography, and more double entendres than you can shake a stick at. Nice use of frontier bathhouse space. Nice ending as well. I'll have to check that out. And the second one is The Furies, which I have seen. Oh my God, what's happening here? Sorry. The Furies, which I have seen and really enjoyed. He says, The Furies, which I have also seen described as a Western noir, so might also fit your current noir mood. Barbara runs the Furies ranch for her widower father and has to deal with his scheming new girlfriend who threatens to take everything away from her. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen either of those, check them out. I'll be looking for 40 Guns pretty soon. I haven't watched a Western in a long time. Have you seen either of those?
They've both been on my list forever.
Yeah.
And Sam Fuller did 40 Guns, and I'm a huge Sam Fuller fan. And I just
Furies.
I can't
Andrew
remember.
Mann.
Anthony Mann.
Anthony Mann.
Yeah.
Oh my God, cut me saying Andrew. That's so embarrassing.
Anthony Mann, I believe, directed The Furies.
Anthony Mann did direct The Furies.
And I have not seen that, but that's been on my list for years too. So maybe this will be maybe it's the season for some Stanwyck Westerns.
Finally, thanks also for the idea of seeing a movie every year from every year in 2021. I checked my list, and since 1924, I've missed about 9 years, and we'll try to fill those gaps in the next 1.5 months. Can I ask for your suggestions for these years? So he has for 1929, it's between Asphalt, Miss Else, which I couldn't find when I looked it up, and Woman in the Moon. I haven't seen any of these three, but I think Asphalt looks really cool, so I would do that one.
Which one? What's Asphalt? Is it
It's about
Is it German?
yes, it's
Okay.
German expressionism about a woman's life.
Okay, I haven't seen that one. I did start watching Woman in the Moon earlier this week, and I haven't finished it yet. But it's Fritz Lang, so I'm pretty sure I'll think it's great.
Yeah,
So that
I'm sure
would be
it is
my
great.
pick, but I haven't seen either of those.
We know you're a big Lang head, so
Big Lang head.
1989, which is an excellent year of my birth. Death Spa or Chocolat de Claire Denis.
Well, Death Spa, obviously.
I choose Death Spa.
I haven't seen Chocolat by Claire
Me
Denis,
either.
but I do like her movies,
Me too.
but I haven't seen that one,
But also,
so
if
I
you
can't.
haven't seen Death Spa, though, you should see it.
And here's the thing: I probably, if I want to recommend Chocolat because I'm sure it's good, but I haven't seen it, and I have seen Death Spa, which is good, which is fun.
It's so fun.
So two big thumbs up for Death Spa.
We truly recommend you watch both of them, but
Oh yeah, of course.
watch Death Spa. Thanks as always, guys. Troy and SF.
Thank you as always.
Thank you as always, Troy.
Yeah.
Andrew Mann. Who am I? All right, that was Mailbag.
That's it.
Wait, we have to tell people how to mailbag us in the future.
Email us at
Before you sing.
viva@scarecrow.com.
Email us at viva@scarecrow.com. It's becoming the end of the year. Send us your favorite discoveries of the
Yes.
year or your end of the year lists. Tell us what you love about our show, what you want to see more of. Anything you've watched that we've recommended you would be awesome. Also, photos of your dog, photos of your cat. Just
Pictures of your Uncle Bill. Whatever, who cares?
if he's a hottie, photos of your Uncle Bill. You could also send us stuff, 5030 Roosevelt Way Northeast, Seattle, Washington, 98105. We love fan mail. We love beer. We love just hearing from you.
We do.
And we love movies.
We do.
And that's a mailbag.